What's going on, everyone? My name's Tenebris Infinite, and with Generation Zero entering the Steam Stealth sale and getting a massive discount, I thought it would be good to go over some of the basic premises of stealth in GZ. From the clothing you wear to the weapons you use, stealth has a lot of nuance in Generation Zero. So today, let's turn you from a guy in a nice suit to Splinter Cell in a nice suit here in Generation Zero. Now let's start out with the most basic premise of stealth in video games. Vision cones. In Generation Zero, you have two forms of detection to be aware of: general vision and general detection. If you're in a state of general detection, the stealth bar will fill up even if you aren't directly in the vision cone of the machine. And then, if you are in the vision cone of the machine, that detection and vision will stack together and you'll get spotted faster. We'll cover this all in the next segment, but for now, the stealthiest form of movement is prone, and it leads to the least detection when you're being detected by a machine. All machines have a rather wide cone of detection to look out for, and the angle of their head affects that detection. But they also have blind spots, and if you could figure out that blind spot, then you could get into some great situations before springing a fight in the game. As you go up in class levels, the machines will have better detection, and as well, certain machines have better detection than others, with doggos having the least amount of detection and enemies like Seekers having the most. As well, Firebirds have very high amounts of detection, so you'll want to use the later tips in this video to get by them, or attack from stealth. In Generation Zero, there are tons of noises that your character makes, but after ample testing, it doesn't affect machine detection, so you don't have to worry about how much noise your character is making, more so your profile and your enemy's line of sight, which is something that will come into play for your character's clothing of choice. But the bushes that make all of that noise serve as great sources of visual cover. They break line of sight and greatly reduce enemy detection, so if you want to be stealthy, always try to keep a bush in between you and the machine that you're after. So now let's talk about your profile and stealthy movement. Your profile is affected by whether or not you're standing, crouched, or prone, with crouching and prone being progressively more stealthy but sacrificing movement speed. If you alternate between standing and crouched or prone and crouched, you can move faster than usual movement but still maintain the lower profile boost that these stances give. Meaning, if you want to move fast while crouched, the best method is doing this alternated fast movement. It takes a bit of awareness to do, as you don't want to just spam your movement, but if done right, you can sneak up on machines very quickly. So now for clothing bonuses, we have two to choose from for stealth, either visibility or noise reduction. Visibility reduction is the best clothing to wear in order to be stealthy, as it just has much more practical application than noise reduction, dropping enemies' detection to almost minimal amounts, especially when paired with stealthy skills. Then for noise reduction, what I believe this affects more so than your character's noise itself is the ability to move while standing or crouched or prone. The only problem is you're likely to get detected if you're standing. So my rule of thumb is a 30-10 split for visibility and noise reduction, as you still want a bit of noise reduction to do fast stealth movement, but mostly visibility reduction to drop enemies' detection. So now let's pull away from the practical and get to the more fun side, what weapons to use and how to be aggressively stealthy. For weapons, I personally prefer a combination of a submachine gun and a hunting rifle. The hunting rifle offers all the range you'll need, while the SMG is great for keeping your close quarters engagements low profile. Both suppressors for these weapons offer the highest amount of noise reduction, so they're the best options when it comes to stealth, though you could swap out your SMG for a pistol, and if you own the DLC, the heavy bow is a great option in place of the hunting rifle. Personally for me, the ALG and the AT-WAD are my stealth loadout of choice, but you have a lot of variety when it comes to picking your stealth weapons, as they all perform rather similarly. Now, for what I like to call aggressive stealth in Generation Zero, it's essentially always being ready for combat to pop off and being able to control the situation quickly and efficiently. You can't help the hive mind detection of the machines. It's part of what they are, a connected unit. But you can destroy them based on priority and get out of combat encounters with minimal damage by being stealthy. So to show on the tester tank, we get into a good spot, then attack and be prepared for the tank to run, or shoot, or launch a missile barrage. Then react accordingly and destroy the tank within seconds. And then, for example, with the pack of doggos off at Turnboda Scans here. We're going to start off by destroying the closest doggo to us, all the while paying attention to what is around the enemies that we're targeting. So we'll always try to keep some sort of a visual line between the enemies that we're attacking and the enemies that are around it. After destroying enough of the doggos in the area, we'll kind of start moving inwards, especially as that hive mind starts kicking in. Utilizing the SMG, we'll take down the doggo and not attract the attention of any other nearby doggos. Moving on up. Always try to chain together takedowns. If you could get 2 machines in one go, then you're saving ammunition in the process, and you're still being just as stealthy. So again, getting auto-detected. And reacting to it. You also want to make use of anything in your environment, from explosives to EMPs. It does a lot for the flow of combat. And then with that, we've taken down an entire city of doggos, barely even getting noticed in the process. So for ultimate stealth tips, is there anything you'd add to this list? Or did you maybe learn something new along the way? Let me know in the comments down below. But for now, thank you for watching this video. Maybe pick up Generation Zero for yourself or a friend, as it is super cheap on Steam right now. But either way, I will catch you all in the next one. Until then, peace.